So for those involved in more advanced structuring in terms of wealth planning, tax planning, and so on, it's important to understand the network of European territories and dependencies. So this is the first in a series of videos where we'll take a deeper dive into European dependencies and territories around the world. Kind of zeroing in on the British overseas territories and dependencies. Could you talk to us a bit about St Helena and its two siblings, Ascension and Tristan Da Cunha?
Okay, so the UK has 14 overseas territories and 3 dependencies, the 2 Channel Islands and Isle of Man. And so the 14 overseas territories, there are 11 that are inhabited. So Chagos, South Georgia, the British Antarctic piece of land, those are uninhabited. So there are 11 inhabited territories, of which 7 are part of CRS. Okay. So I'm looking at the other 4 that are not part of CRS.
Okay.
And they're quite different from each other. Okay. So you've got the 3 separate territories, but they are grouped together as one, called British Indian Ocean Territory. That is St Helena, Ascension Island to the north, and Tristan Da Cunha to the south. And why they're one territory, for instance, the main territory is St Helena in the middle. And for instance, the registrar for companies of all 3 islands is in St Helena. St Helena residents have got almost the sole rights to go live in Ascension. They're called saints. Okay. Now there are 2 British territories that are military bases. The one is Ascension, which is purely a military base. No one is allowed to live there unless you are in the military. And as soon as your stint is over, you have to get off the island. Nobody is a permanent resident of Ascension. But the other interesting one, which we'll get to just now, are the 2 military bases, sovereign base areas in Cyprus. So let's talk about St Helena. St Helena has got a population of about 5,500. It's pretty remote. You can only get there with a weekly flight from Johannesburg. The companies have got territorial tax. They, at the moment, don't have a financial center. They're not targeting overseas clients, okay? But if you read the register policy, that's what they want to do. And so I'm going there exactly in a month's time. Well, by the time this is broadcast, I might have already been there. And I'm seeing the registrar, the tax commissioner, the economic development minister, and I've spoken to them. And they surely want to develop St Helena as a financial center. But they've got a good base on a lot of things. The income tax is territorial. So any money, if you have a company or something like that, or a trust, and the bank accounts are in another country, there won't be any tax. And I've got that confirmed by the tax commissioner. And also they don't recognize trusts, but because they're a UK company, they'll follow the UK laws regarding trusts. So they confirmed to me that if one of their residents is a trustee of a foreign trust, because they don't have trust, it won't be registered in St Helena, even if it's registered or not registered elsewhere. So St Helena is a very interesting place for tax planning and wealth management. And Ascension, although there's no tax there, all companies are not taxed, you can only set up a company for businesses that will do work in Ascension, maybe a fish and chip shop or something like that. Okay. The registrar of companies for Ascension is the same registrar in St Helena.
Absolutely. Thank you very much again for sharing your incredible insight. What's the best way for someone to find you or to reach out to you to get in contact?
My website, co-ownershiptrust.com, and then you'll find 850 articles.